Hello everyone, my name's Nathan Huxtable and I normally work with you at the Fitzwilliam Museum. Today I'm very happy to have you back in my art studio shed where we're going to do a making session inspired by Holly Morrison's talk about Netsuke. We have two types of wax. We have terracotta and white modelling wax. The first one we're going to use is the terracotta, and that is the softest of the two, which is the easiest to get started with, but once you've held it in your hands for a while, it gets very, very soft and a little harder to work with. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold it in our hands, make it into a ball, and then turn it into a sausage shape. And when we've done that, we're going to kind of fold the sausage shape and start working on it. I like the rat, so I'm going to work on making my Netsuke into the rat. So I'm using my forefinger and thumb to pinch like we would with ordinary clay, because it's as soft as that now. And I'm going to just make the rough shape how I think it's going to work. But with this wax, you can actually, or both waxes you can, it's much easier with the terracotta wax, you can actually pull bits off and then add them on later. But as you'll find out in a second, after a while you don't want to be holding it in your hands because it gets really soft. So then after we've made our rough shape, I'm going to turn over a bowl, and you can use a plate or a piece of card and sit him on there and then work on him without touching him so much with my hands. I'm using the clay tool that I have, which has a pointy end, and then I can use that to make the eyes. You hopefully will have the clay tools that we've used in previous sessions. If not, you can use a pencil or other sharp implements to kind of make patterns while you're making with the wax. I'm using this upturned bowl to sit my ratta on. You could use a plate or you could use some card. So I'm just getting him sat on quite firmly so he stays on, and then I can move the bowl or plate round as I work without touching him too much. So this is very soft wax, but if you leave it, so if you get it to a state which you like but you maybe want to do some more on, you can leave it overnight or leave it for a few hours and it will harden up, and then you can add some final detail then, and that's the same for both waxes. Moving on to the white modelling wax, which is a lot harder but is easier to get really good detail in if that's what you like. You can warm it up in your hands, but that takes about 10 minutes. If you don't want to do that, you can get a bag, a bowl and some warm water. Put the wax in the bag and submerge it in the warm water. Don't use boiling water because the outside will get really melted and the inside will still be hard. So like a warm water, and leave it for 5 or 6 minutes. Take it out, and then it should be at least easier to model with. So the method is very similar with this as with the terracotta wax. We're going to roll it into a ball, make it into a sausage shape, fold it over. Obviously this will work for most of the Netsuke that you want to do, but if you want a longer one like the ox, then you probably don't need to bend it. You just keep it in the sausage shape and work into it as is. I'm using my forefinger and thumb again, but this modelling wax is a little bit firmer, so you might have to work at it a little harder, and also use the tool a bit more to scrape away and to mould the shape that you're after.